It could mean actual advances in the field of science.
It's almost as if you've been doing too much science.
Hey, guess what? It's free comic book day. Let's go hit up some comic book stores around Austin, Texas, and see if we can catch any cool finds. Let's watch. Even though it's the middle of August and Free Comic Book Day is typically the first Saturday in May, it's Free Comic Book Day today somehow. But you know, I'm not complaining. Let's go. I plan to hit up 3 shops today, and since I'm new to the Austin area, this is going to be my first time visiting these stores. My plan is to stop by Rogues Gallery Comics and Games in Round Rock, then Titan Moon Comics in Cedar Park, and finally Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy in Austin. First up is Rogues Gallery. They were handing out free comics right out on the sidewalk. You didn't even have to enter the store. They had the free comics sorted into bundles, and you could only choose 1 bundle per person. So I ended up grabbing the Marvel and DC bundle here. I did end up going in, of course. It's a great size store. I try to get a nice overview shot. They have single issue comics along one wall and graphic novels along the other. I was happy to see a nice Archie display. I'm a lifelong Archie fan, and this was really cool to see. Browsing across the graphic novel wall, I ended up finding some comics that I've been interested in for a while. Overall, lots of really cool stuff here. Right next to Rogues Gallery is an antique store. I had no idea. It's appropriately called the Antique Mall. I know they won't have free comics, but sometimes you can find some pretty cool 80s and 90s stuff in here, including maybe some vintage comics. So I wanted to stop in here and just have a quick look around. And boy, it did not disappoint. Let's just take a moment to appreciate some of the cool and random finds in here. Let's get back on the road, and the next stop is going to be in Cedar Park at Titan Moon Comics. This place wasn't as big as Rogues Gallery, but it definitely had a cool vibe. You can't tell here, but they were blasting punk rock throughout the store. This place didn't have mini games, but instead focused on comics and graphic novels, which I appreciate. Their free comics were located in the back of the store, and they allowed you to grab one of each. It was nice to see them all laid out like this. I enjoyed taking my time browsing, and I definitely preferred this arrangement to the bundles that they were doing at the last place. And I was also happy to see that they had additional sales going on in the store. I think that's always smart of shops to do when they have increased foot traffic. And the final stop of the day is going to be in Austin at Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. From the outside, it looks fairly unassuming. Then you walk in and, well, I was completely blown away by the size of this place. This is absolutely the biggest comic book store I have ever been in. It was crazy huge. Walking through the store, I had no idea where to even begin. There were just so many cool things everywhere you look. I had no idea that Austin had anything like this, and I am pleasantly surprised. They placed their free comics all the way in the back, which was a smart way to get customers to see everything else in the store that they have to offer. Similar to the first place, Dragon's Lair was giving out pre-configured bundles of free comics. Let's take a look at some of the other things Dragon Lair has to offer. Alright, that does it for my trip today. I ended up grabbing some stuff in addition to the free comics, so let's head home and see what we got. That's it for this episode. Remember, as always, to live your best life by living life with Leif Lives Life. Thanks for watching.